Adjectives and adverbs.
形容詞、副詞。
Common. A common language.
共通の言語。
A common language. A common language.
Public. No smoking in public places.
公共の場では禁煙。
No smoking in public places. No smoking in public places.
Likely. He is likely to win.
彼が勝つ可能性が高い。
He is likely to win. He is likely to win.
Serious. Serious social problems.
深刻な社会問題。
Serious social problems. Serious social problems.
Particular. A particular character.
特有の性質。
A particular character. A particular character.
Available. Information available to everyone.
みんなが利用できる情報。
Information available to everyone. Information available to everyone.
Local. A local television station.
地方のテレビ局。
A local television station. A local television station.
Ready. I am ready to start.
出発の用意ができている。
I am ready to start. I am ready to start.
Correct. The correct answer.
正しい答え。
The correct answer. The correct answer.
Familiar. Be familiar with Japanese culture.
日本の文化に詳しい。
Be familiar with Japanese culture. Be familiar with Japanese culture.
Physical. Physical beauty.
肉体美。
Physical beauty. Physical beauty.
Worth. The book is worth reading.
その本は読む価値がある。
The book is worth reading. The book is worth reading.
Involved. Be involved in the accident.
事故に巻き込まれている。
Be involved in the accident. Be involved in the accident.
Equal. All men are created equal.
すべての人は平等に作られている。
All men are created equal. All men are created equal.
Private. Her private life.
彼女の私生活。
Her private life. Her private life.
Obvious. An obvious mistake.
明白な間違い。
An obvious mistake. An obvious mistake.
Native. A native language.
母語。
A native language. A native language.
Complex. A complex system.
複雑なシステム。
A complex system. A complex system.
Willing. I am willing to help her.
喜んで彼女を助けるつもりだ。
I am willing to help her. I am willing to help her.
Current. The current international situation.
今日の国際状況。
The current international situation. The current international situation.
Male. Male workers.
男性の労働者。
Male workers. Male workers.
Proper. The proper use of words.
言葉の適切な使い方。
The proper use of words. The proper use of words.
Capable. He is capable of doing the job.
彼はその仕事をする能力がある。
He is capable of doing the job. He is capable of doing the job.
Independent. He is independent of his parents.
彼は親から独立している。
He is independent of his parents. He is independent of his parents.
Positive. Positive thinking.
積極的な考え方。
Positive thinking. Positive thinking.
Pleasant. A pleasant experience.
楽しい経験。
A pleasant experience. A pleasant experience.
Significant. A significant difference.
重要な違い。
A significant difference. A significant difference.
Former. The former president.
前大統領。
The former president. The former president.
Chemical. A chemical reaction.
化学反応。
A chemical reaction. A chemical reaction.
Upset. Be upset by the accident.
事故で動揺している。
Be upset by the accident. Be upset by the accident.
Previous. From the previous year.
前の年から。
From the previous year. From the previous year.
Global. Global warming.
地球の温暖化。
Global warming. Global warming.
Specific. A specific individual.
特定の個人。
A specific individual. A specific individual.
Conscious. Health conscious Americans.
健康を意識するアメリカ人。
Health conscious Americans. Health conscious Americans.
Superior. Be superior to others.
他の人より優れている。
Be superior to others. Be superior to others.
Efficient. An efficient use of energy.
効率の良いエネルギーの使い方。
An efficient use of energy. An efficient use of energy.
Fundamental. Fundamental human rights.
基本的人権。
Fundamental human rights. Fundamental human rights.
Narrow. A narrow street.
狭い道。
A narrow street. A narrow street.
Reasonable. A reasonable explanation.
理にかなった説明。
A reasonable explanation. A reasonable explanation.
Nervous. Feel nervous about the future.
将来のことで不安になる。
Feel nervous about the future. Feel nervous about the future.
Alike. The brothers look alike.
その兄弟は似ている。
The brothers look alike. The brothers look alike.
Domestic. Domestic violence.
家庭内暴力。
Domestic violence. Domestic violence.
Negative. A negative answer.
否定的な答え。
A negative answer. A negative answer.
Moral. Make a moral judgment.
道徳的な判断をする。
Make a moral judgment. Make a moral judgment.
Eager. Be eager to study in the U.S.
アメリカ留学を熱望する。
Be eager to study in the U.S. Be eager to study in the U.S.
Remarkable. The brain's remarkable ability.
脳の素晴らしい能力。
The brain's remarkable ability. The brain's remarkable ability.
Evil. Drive away evil spirits.
悪い霊を追い払う。
Drive away evil spirits. Drive away evil spirits.
Awake. Stay awake all night.
夜通し目が覚めている。
Stay awake all night. Stay awake all night.
Aged. His aged parents.
彼の年老いた父母。
His aged parents. His aged parents.
Anxious. I am anxious about your health.
君の健康が心配だ。
I am anxious about your health. I am anxious about your health.
Thin. Walk on thin ice.
薄い氷の上を歩く。
Walk on thin ice. Walk on thin ice.
Nuclear. Nuclear energy.
原子力エネルギ
Nuclear energy. Nuclear energy.
Legal. The British legal system.
ー。イギリスの法律の制度。
The British legal system. The British legal system.
Curious. Be curious about everything.
何にでも好奇心を持つ。
Be curious about everything. Be curious about everything.
Calm. Always keep calm.
常に冷静でいなさい。
Always keep calm. Always keep calm.
Tough. A tough boxer.
たくましいボクサ
A tough boxer. A tough boxer.
Civil. Civil rights.
ー。市民権。
Civil rights. Civil rights.
Actually. He looks happy, but actually he is sad.
彼は嬉しそうだが実は悲しいのだ。
He looks happy, but actually he is sad. He looks happy, but actually he is sad.
Nearly. Nearly 30 years ago.
30年近く前に。
Nearly 30 years ago. Nearly 30 years ago.
Therefore. The car is small and therefore cheap.
その車は小さい。それゆえ安い。
The car is small and therefore cheap. The car is small and therefore cheap.
Exactly. At exactly the same time.
ぴったり同時に。
At exactly the same time. At exactly the same time.
Possibly. He may possibly come.
ひょっとすると彼は来るかもしれない。
He may possibly come. He may possibly come.
Contrary. Contrary to expectations.
予想に反して。
Contrary to expectations. Contrary to expectations.
Occasionally. I occasionally go to the theater.
私はたまに芝居を見に行く。
I occasionally go to the theater. I occasionally go to the theater.
Somehow. Somehow I feel lonely.
なぜか寂しい。
Somehow I feel lonely. Somehow I feel lonely.
Seldom. I seldom see him.
彼に会うことはめったにない。
I seldom see him. I seldom see him.
Thus. This is smaller and thus cheaper.
この方が小さく、従って安い。
This is smaller and thus cheaper. This is smaller and thus cheaper.
Whereas. The British say lift, whereas Americans say elevator.
イギリス人はリフトというが、アメリカ人はエレベーターという。
The British say lift, whereas Americans say elevator. The British say lift, whereas Americans say elevator.
Besides. Besides being rich, he is kind.
彼は金持ちの上に優しい。
Besides being rich, he is kind. Besides being rich, he is kind.
General. The general public.
一般大衆。
The general public. The general public.
Various. Various kinds of flowers.
さまざまな種類の花。
Various kinds of flowers. Various kinds of flowers.
Similar. Be similar to each other.
お互いに似ている。
Be similar to each other. Be similar to each other.
Complete. A complete failure.
完全な失敗。
A complete failure. A complete failure.
Recent. Recent news.
最近のニュース。
Recent news. Recent news.
Expensive. An expensive restaurant.
高価なレストラン。
An expensive restaurant. An expensive restaurant.
Political. A political leader.
政治的な指導者。
A political leader. A political leader.
Aware. Be aware of the danger.
危険に気づいている。
Be aware of the danger. Be aware of the danger.
Ancient. Ancient Greece and Rome.
古代のギリシャとローマ。
Ancient Greece and Rome. Ancient Greece and Rome.
Medical. A medical study.
医学の研究。
A medical study. A medical study.
Essential. Water is essential to life.
水は生命に不可欠だ。
Water is essential to life. Water is essential to life.
Huge. A huge city.
巨大な都市。
A huge city. A huge city.
Terrible. A terrible accident.
ひどい事故。
A terrible accident. A terrible accident.
Practical. Practical English.
実用的な英語。
Practical English. Practical English.
Entire. The entire world.
全世界。
The entire world. The entire world.
Favorite. My favorite food.
私の一番好きな食べ物。
My favorite food. My favorite food.
Comfortable. Enjoy a comfortable life.
快適な生活を楽しむ。
Enjoy a comfortable life. Enjoy a comfortable life.
Active. Play an active role.
積極的な役割を演じる。
Play an active role. Play an active role.
Typical. A typical American family.
典型的なアメリカの家族。
A typical American family. A typical American family.
Ideal. An ideal place to live.
生活するのに理想的な土地。
An ideal place to live. An ideal place to live.
Vast. The vast land of Russia.
ロシアの広大な土地。
The vast land of Russia. The vast land of Russia.
Appropriate. The most appropriate word.
最も適切な語。
The most appropriate word. The most appropriate word.
Empty. An empty bottle.
空の瓶。
An empty bottle. An empty bottle.
Rapid. Rapid economic growth.
急速な経済成長。
Rapid economic growth. Rapid economic growth.
Mental. A mental illness.
精神の病。
A mental illness. A mental illness.
Excellent. An excellent idea.
素晴らしいアイディア。
An excellent idea. An excellent idea.
Convenient. When it's convenient for you.
君の都合がいいときに。
When it's convenient for you. When it's convenient for you.
Potential. Potential danger.
潜在的な危険。
Potential danger. Potential danger.
Financial. Financial support from the U.S.
アメリカからの財政的援助。
Financial support from the U.S. Financial support from the U.S.
Enormous. An enormous amount of damage.
莫大な額の損害。
An enormous amount of damage. An enormous amount of damage.
Rare. A rare stamp.
珍しい切手。
A rare stamp. A rare stamp.
Complicated. A complicated problem.
複雑な問題。
A complicated problem. A complicated problem.
Tiny. A tiny kitten.
ちっちゃな子猫。
A tiny kitten. A tiny kitten.
Considerable. Spend considerable time.
かなりの時間を費やす。
Spend considerable time. Spend considerable time.
Sensitive. Her skin is sensitive to sunlight.
彼女の肌は日光に敏感だ。
Her skin is sensitive to sunlight. Her skin is sensitive to sunlight.
Intellectual. High intellectual ability.
高度な知的能力。
High intellectual ability. High intellectual ability.
Broad. In a broad sense.
広い意味では。
In a broad sense. In a broad sense.
Polite. Be polite to ladies.
女性に対して礼儀正しい。
Be polite to ladies. Be polite to ladies.
Accurate. Accurate information.
正確な情報。
Accurate information. Accurate information.
Sharp. A sharp rise in prices.
物価の急激な上昇。
A sharp rise in prices. A sharp rise in prices.
Rude. Rude behavior.
失礼な振る舞い。
Rude behavior. Rude behavior.
Sufficient. Pay sufficient attention.
十分な注意を払う。
Pay sufficient attention. Pay sufficient attention.
Urban. Urban life.
都会の暮らし。
Urban life. Urban life.
Widespread. Widespread use of drugs.
広まっているドラッグの使用。
Widespread use of drugs. Widespread use of drugs.
Primitive. A primitive society.
原始的な社会。
A primitive society. A primitive society.
Permanent. Permanent teeth.
永久歯。
Permanent teeth. Permanent teeth.
Elderly. The care of elderly people.
高齢者のケア。
The care of elderly people. The care of elderly people.
Severe. Severe winter weather.
厳しい冬の天候。
Severe winter weather. Severe winter weather.
Brief. A brief explanation.
簡潔な説明。
A brief explanation. A brief explanation.
Slight. Without the slightest doubt.
少しの疑いもなく。
Without the slightest doubt. Without the slightest doubt.
Latest. The latest news from China.
中国からの最新のニュース。
The latest news from China. The latest news from China.
Military. Military aid to Israel.
イスラエルへの軍事的援助。
Military aid to Israel. Military aid to Israel.
Strict. Strict rules.
厳しい規則。
Strict rules. Strict rules.
Solid. A solid state.
固体の状態。
A solid state. A solid state.
Stupid. Say stupid things.
バカなことを言う。
Say stupid things. Say stupid things.
Biological. Biological weapons.
生物兵器。
Biological weapons. Biological weapons.
Probably. Probably he won't come.
おそらく彼は来ないだろ
Probably he won't come. Probably he won't come.
Hardly. I hardly know Bill.
う。ビルのことはほとんど知らない。
I hardly know Bill. I hardly know Bill.
Immediately. Leave immediately after lunch.
昼食後すぐに出発する。
Leave immediately after lunch. Leave immediately after lunch.
Eventually. He eventually became president.
ついに彼は大統領になった。
He eventually became president. He eventually became president.
Frequently. A frequently used word.
しばしば使われる言葉。
A frequently used word. A frequently used word.
Extremely. An extremely difficult problem.
非常に難しい問題。
An extremely difficult problem. An extremely difficult problem.
Gradually. Gradually become colder.
だんだん冷たくなる。
Gradually become colder. Gradually become colder.
Merely. It is merely bad luck.
単に運が悪いだけです。
It is merely bad luck. It is merely bad luck.
Nevertheless. He is rich, nevertheless he is unhappy.
彼は金持ちだが、それにもかかわらず不幸だ。
He is rich, nevertheless he is unhappy. He is rich, nevertheless he is unhappy.
Moreover. He's kind. Moreover, he's strong.
彼は親切で、その上強い。
He's kind. Moreover, he's strong. He's kind. Moreover, he's strong.
Relatively. Relatively few people.
比較的少数の人々。
Relatively few people. Relatively few people.
Apparently. An apparently simple question.
一見簡単な問題。
An apparently simple question. An apparently simple question.
Absolutely. It's absolutely necessary.
絶対に必要だ。
It's absolutely necessary. It's absolutely necessary.
Largely. Largely because of the problem.
主にその問題のせいで。
Largely because of the problem. Largely because of the problem.
Mostly. The class is mostly Japanese.
クラスの大部分は日本人だ。
The class is mostly Japanese. The class is mostly Japanese.
Somewhat. Somewhat better than last year.
去年より多少良い。
Somewhat better than last year. Somewhat better than last year.
Necessarily. Not necessarily true.
必ずしも本当でない。
Not necessarily true. Not necessarily true.
Despite. He lost despite his efforts.
努力にもかかわらず彼は負けた。
He lost despite his efforts. He lost despite his efforts.